Hi everyone, okay, it's the last weekly challenge of this year. Wow. And we are stepping into the Overrun Compound. Let's just get straight into it and see what we got. Oh, hey, my kitten's helping again. Alright, so first up, the delivery man, find the loot and get out. I'm using Hilltop Maggie, she's our weekly hero. And then we've got Glenn and then Maggie, of course, for the extra XP that she brings to the battle. That's right, we're running the classic Maggie sandwich. To be fair, Hilltop Maggie, excellent character. Standard Maggie, good for farming extra XP. So what have we got here? Well, this looks like a pretty standard sort of a scavenge mission, basically, that you might get. See, we've got a big guy there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. Look at this one. It's flashing red. So as soon as we open that, we know that something bad is going to happen. Something's going to pop out at us. So, first tip of the day. Yes. Wait to open that one because obviously it spawns a tank, as we just saw. You don't necessarily have to search every single case. You've got no idea where the loot is. But as soon as you found 3 lots of loot, that's it. The mission is over. The green bar appears. So I would suggest, if you're struggling, if this is a tough mission for you on a higher difficulty, don't open that red box until you have to. Leave it till the last. All of the other boxes perfectly safe. You've got a threat counter there, so enemies are going to be appearing. Get off that. Sorry, my kitten helping again. Enemies are going to be appearing, but if you bring silent weapons or threat-reducing weapons, you can reduce that risk greatly. You're going to have at least one tank that you've got to deal with. And of course, while we've got seasonal events on, weekly challenges are one way to earn seasonal event tokens. You need to get 610 points to get the maximum amount of seasonal event rewards that you can get. So there's the bare minimum that you want to be going for. Okay, next up for the Overrun Compound, car crash. Secure the area by taking out all the walkers. Okay, so this sounds like a kill everything mission. Are there any surprises? How will the Maggie sandwich cope? Oh yeah, okay, so this map is sort of split into 2 halves. You can see where it bottlenecks there. With those 2 trucks. That's very handy for you, obviously. This is one where I would suggest, you know, just bring ranged characters. You've got enough space to be able to take these guys out. Crippling weapons, very, very helpful. Slow down their advance if they happen to take a good couple of turns to take out. Ugh. But it's that simple. It's like the fish in a barrel mission, only not horrible, not horribly cramped, full of armoured walkers. So they start at a pretty good distance. Area effect weapons, crippling weapons. Maybe if it starts getting tough and you are finding that they can survive your initial onslaught, maybe have a bruiser in there to soak up some damage, buy you another turn or so. But really, it's just about packing the most devastating firepower that you've got, unleashing it, especially with your charged characters. Is it no, it's not warriors. I think it's shooters who are charged. Yeah, shooters. Bring a bundle of shooters. You know, they're all charged. That mission should not really be too much of trouble for anyone. Push on, find and kill the tough walkers. Okay, what have we got? So right off the bat, we've got a tank to deal with. We do have a threat counter, and that's ticking over fairly quickly. We've got 2 tanks there starting. So those would be the eponymous tough walkers, I guess. Are there any more? Doesn't look like it. Again, Maggie, good leader for this mission. So just as well that she's the star hero. Definitely got the ability to put enough distance between you and the walkers to use ranged characters as opposed to melee characters, unless that's your preference. But it's quite simple, just, you know, those 2 walkers start on the map. You do have a threat counter. Maybe stay quiet so you're not giving yourself any more problems. Plenty of range. So characters with guns, absolutely a good choice. There's not too much to say. There's not too much of a struggle. Just when you're advancing, don't get cocky. Don't advance too quickly. There are some hidden corners. That seems to be a bit of a theme on this weekly challenge. There do seem to be some dark spots that you can't see past. And you do not want to get jumped. You do not want anyone taking advantage. Even a normal walker at high difficulty setting can be a problem if they get the drop on you. Alright. Death trap, reach the exit. Okay, yeah, this is a quick and easy mission, this. So what do we got? We got at least 1 tank. Oh, that's a good. So if you need to know if there's anything that's hidden, can you see that there's a blocked out square? That means that there's a walker there. And if you want to check, don't let go, but you can trace the route. And if it goes red, that means there is a walker lurking there somewhere. And you know to be cautious. And of course you can see those little sort of sound graphics. I don't know what you would call them. This one definitely a little bit more up close and personal than the other ones. Melee characters, you're going to get in range pretty quickly. And they might not be a bad bet. You can complete that before even the first set of reinforcements from the threat counter have come through. You don't actually have to kill the enemies. Just got to unlock that door and get out of there. So if you're at really high difficulty and you're thinking, how on earth am I going to be able to deal with these walkers? How on earth am I going to be able to deal with that tank? You don't necessarily have to. You could just be really quiet and you can sneak through. And that can sometimes be the best approach. Oh, gosh. Sorry, it was a bit of a late night last night. I regret nothing. Fantastic night. Probably the last night out of the year, and we really made the most of it. But, yeah, anyway. Where are we? So, rat race. Reach the exit again. Okay, looks like we're going to have some tanks. Okay, this one I think is the trickiest of the set. So we've got a threat counter. That means we've got a risk of stuff coming in every single turn, especially if we are not quiet. This is where things like scouts and shooters are particularly useful for their extra movement. Lots of dark corners. There's this sort of W shape to this whole mission. And we know that we've got dangerous guys, like that tank, just waiting for us. What we can do is we can use that method where we trace the path. Oh, did you see to the south of Glen just then? There's movement. Yes, so it's this guy. So tracing your path to see if there's anything nearby, looking for those gaps in the pathfinding, good option. Looking for those little sound motion kind of graphics, always a good idea too. This is a tough one because you want to get to the exit. Every time those reinforcements come through from the threat counter, they come through at a higher level. They can easily become more than you can handle if you're already at a tough level. But at the same time, you don't want to risk rounding a corner and just turning into a bad guy who eats your face, because that's just something that you don't ever want to happen. So I really think, because of the close quarters, scouts are a good bet on that mission. Shooters definitely as well, especially since they're charged this week. Yeah, good shout as well. And be cautious, don't rush, but at the same time, you don't want to dilly-dally on that. Overwatch can be your friend. If you're really not sure if something's around the corner, back off at least 3 squares, because those walkers, they walk 2 squares and can then attack. 3 squares, they can't reach you. Go on Overwatch, see what happens. Let them walk into a wall of fire. Data center, get the loot. Oh, I think this is a nice quick one. I think I pretty much say this about every single weekly challenge. I do like this set of missions. I think there's some good ones. I think this is a relatively tricky one as well. If we're going by the general standards of this set. You kind of want good coverage. You want to be able to see. Oh, did you get? Yes, you did. Yeah, you want to be able to see the whole map. Because even though it doesn't seem like there's those dark corners like there were with the last mission, you kind of can get jumped. It's definitely happened to me. But definitely this one tends to be sort of more speed, less haste. I like to just get this one done. There's nothing too scary. Yes, there's a tank. It's sort of a medium-sized map. Bring whatever loadout you feel most comfortable with. That's for sure. We'll use that free last unlock. Really, every type of player could be of use, so just bring your favorite guys. Make sure you've got something to do with that tank. I don't think there's too many that you need sort of crowd control weapons like the decimator, things like that, but doesn't necessarily hurt to bring them. And there you go, 618 challenge stars. That means just by doing 6 skips, we have reached the maximum amount of seasonal tokens. The only other thing that you got to do is complete the distance, either with a reset or with the reward booster, and you'd need to do that twice. So either reset it twice or complete it with the reward booster twice. That will cost a total of 800 gold, 400 per shot. And of course, every day you can buy seasonal event tokens from the trade goods store, and there's some good rewards for this one. That infinite range rifle, Archer Carol, both seem pretty good. Anyway, there we go. That's a run through of the last weekly challenge of this year, the Overrun Compound. Oof, what a year it's been for The Walking Dead No Man's Land. What have they got in store for us in the future? We'll find out. As ever, thank you for watching.